Welcome to another edition of the Turnpike Sports Book Report. I'm Doug Weishuttle here with Dave Weishuttle. We're here to give you a whip-around look at some of the latest news coming out of the sports betting and casino industries. This week in our state and national reports, we've got February, March, and April numbers to discuss.
Okay. Wow.
Deals.
February, is that Arizona?
It's Arizona and Illinois.
Oh, okay. All
Deals, we have a horse racing deal. We've got a live dealer deal to discuss.
Love live dealer.
And a lottery deal.
Okay.
Industry updates, licenses, launches. We've got fines. We've got renovations. We've got debuts. Legislative roundup, Tennessee and Kentucky.
Okay.
We're going to start talking state and national right after the break.
Hey, Dave Weishuttle from Turnpike Sports. I just got my dugout mug delivered, and I am loving it. Dugout mugs are mugs made out of baseball bats, and they are officially licensed by Major League Baseball so you can get your favorite baseball team's logo on your mug. Just think of it, enjoying your favorite drink while watching your favorite baseball team with your team's logo on your mug made from a baseball bat. They can even make customized mugs. Check out the mug they made for Turnpike Sports. I mean, just look at that. That looks awesome. I've never seen anything like them. If you go to dugoutmugs.com, you'll find out they even make more things than mugs. They have baseball board games, grilling equipment made from baseball bats. They even have a section for gifts for under $30. Head on over to dugoutmugs.com because if you're a baseball fan or need a gift for a baseball fan, you have to check out Dugout Mugs. And use our promo code PIKE at checkout to get 20% off your purchase price. That's promo code PIKE, P-I-K-E. Also, free shipping with orders over $99. You can't beat that. DugoutMugs.com. That's my go-to place if I need a gift for a baseball fan. Well, if you excuse me now, the game is about to go on, and the wind is just right for drinking.
Welcome back to the Turnpike Sports Book Report. Doug Weishuttle here with Dave Weishuttle. We're starting off going into the Wayback Machine to the month of February.
Okay.
We've got two states reporting their February numbers, and it's really nice to see them reporting these at the same time.
By the way, February is a Super Bowl
Yes.
month, so I'm always interested in February numbers.
Well, we've got Illinois reporting their February numbers. Fifth consecutive month with at least $100 million in adjusted revenue, and seventh consecutive month with at least $1 billion in total handle. Let's see. The state has passed $62.4 billion in all-time total handle, $8.2 billion in all-time revenue, and $1.3 billion in all-time tax revenue. Now, going into the individual month here, we've got FanDuel and DraftKings and Fanatics were the only operators to pass the $100 million mark in handle. Okay. Everyone else was below $100 million. What that led into was something I haven't seen in a while. Online sports betting operators in Illinois accepted 25% fewer wagers than in February of the year before.
I wonder if that has to do with the surcharge thing. I don't know. I haven't looked at the numbers very closely, but 25% fewer bets, it seems pretty big to me.
Yes.
So.
Well, going to your point, FanDuel and DraftKings each paid out more than $3.5 million on the per wager tax. No other online sportsbook reached $400,000 for the monthly per wager tax.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know if that would affect the amount of wagers. Certainly, it affects how much sportsbooks pay to the state, but I don't know. We'll see.
As long as FanDuel and DraftKings are willing to pony up on that per wager tax there. It's kind of interesting seeing how this state is shaking out. It was pretty good for a while, yeah.
If it was a huge success, other states would follow suit. So we'll see when everyone crunches the numbers and when everyone takes a closer look at this.
Well, we're starting to see some states try and do both, raise the tax rate and also throw in a surcharge.
Sure.
So we'll see exactly where the actual model lands.
Okay.
Going over to the state of Arizona, we've got their February sports betting report. They have passed $33 billion in all-time handle and $175 million in all-time tax revenue. Sixth consecutive month with at least $700 million in total handle. First time in the last 10 months, the adjusted gaming revenue was below $40 million.
Interesting.
Yep. And also, since the adjusted gaming revenue was lower, it's the first time in the last 5 months tax revenue was under $4 million.
Okay.
Going over to the state of New Jersey and moving forward in the calendar, We've got the March sports betting report for the state of New Jersey, and for the sixth time out of the last 7 months, we've got $1 billion handle, total handle.
Wow.
State has now passed $73.5 billion in all-time handle.
Wow.
$5.9 billion in all-time revenue and $842 million in all-time tax revenue. FanDuel has passed $100 million in year-to-date revenue, and that's 3 months now. And they've passed $100 million in year-to-date revenue. Parlays counted for $46.3 million off a handle of $323.6 million. So good chunk of money came from parlays again in the state. The other category, which includes
that means probably table tennis, right?
It does include table tennis. $11 million in revenue off $217 million in handle.
You know, it's interesting. I'm seeing the other sports category. Not only does that have table tennis in it, but it also has hockey and golf, which are I always think of pretty big sports to bet, but especially golf.
Yes,
there are professional sports bettors that just specialize in golf, and it's interesting that it falls into the other category of sports.
Well, they don't separate them out as much as like basketball, football, all that, and ice hockey. Going over to the iGaming side, which is always big news for New Jersey.
Absolutely.
6th consecutive month with at least $250 million in revenue. The 7th consecutive month that iGaming operators have outpaced retail casinos in Atlantic City for revenue.
Now, just think about that. The online casinos are bringing in more revenue and doing better business than the actual brick and mortar casinos in New Jersey, which, by the way, I people who are opposed to allowing online casinos in their state, especially like New York or places like that, certainly this is giving fuel to the fire of, hey, you know what? It's cannibalization. It's if we allow online casinos, it's going to affect the bottom line of the retail casinos, and I guess New Jersey's giving them a lot of evidence for that because so it's interesting. Atlantic City is going to go through some changes, as it always does. Certainly there's talk about North Jersey casinos in response to the New York City area casinos. So a lot of moving parts right now in the casino industry in New Jersey.
And we got a pair of interrelated records for the month of March. We've got FanDuel record $62.7 million iGaming revenue. With that record, their partner, Golden Nugget, became the first license holder in the state to record at least $80 million in monthly revenue.
Wow.
So congratulations.
That's on the iGaming side of it.
Yes.
It's just, if you hear FanDuel...
the retail, Golden Nugget overall past $80 million in monthly revenue.
Just for people around the country, when we say FanDuel, they're just not sports betting here in New Jersey and other places that have online casinos. So, when we go to FanDuel, when we go to DraftKings in New Jersey, we go to Fanatics, whatever sportsbook we have in New Jersey, it's usually a tab up on top that has an online casino attached to it. So,
last entry of the week, New York. Week ending April 12th. Under $500 million handle.
Wow. Okay.
FanDuel led with $170 million. Fiscal year-to-date handle for the state, $1.495 billion already. So that's only 3 weeks into the new fiscal year.
Yeah, well, sounds like not a lot of people are betting on the Mets.
No.
I'm sure that was in the midst of
they are betting on the Mets,
their historic losing streak. So I don't know. It's that's another interesting thing. How the fortunes of a local team, how does that affect the betting market? So,
Well, FanDuel's passed $500 million in fiscal year-to-date handle already, and the gross gaming revenue for the entire state, the mobile industry in the state of New York, fiscal year-to-date, $152 million already. So good numbers coming in.
All right.
That's it for the state and national. We're going to start talking deals right now. Got an interesting combination of deals this week. We're going to start off with a horse racing deal, and technically it doesn't have anything to do with what's on the track. It has everything to do with what's around the track. Churchill Downs Incorporated announced that it has entered into a definitive agreement with First Maryland, which is an affiliate of First Racing, to acquire all the intellectual property rights trademarks and associated rights, as a matter of fact, to the Preakness Stakes and the Black-Eyed Susan Stakes.
Preakness Stakes is very famous. I don't know a lot about the Black-Eyed Susan Stakes. I love the name of it, but I have to take a look at that.
Black-Eyed Susan is the leading race for 3-year-old fillies, traditionally conducted at Pimlico Racecourse on the day before the Preakness.
Oh, okay.
Part of the deal, which is going to be $85 million, that's the purchase price for all the IP. This will close after the running of this year's Preakness.
Okay.
But the part of the deal includes the license for the state of Maryland to use the name and continue running the Preakness and the Black-Eyed Susan where it is.
Okay.
How this was operating was First Racing was licensing the name, the actual race, as a matter of fact, to the state of Maryland, so it still runs where it runs.
So, yeah, I mean, if you haven't said anything, and if you're a fan of horse racing, you wouldn't notice this transfer. I mean,
no, you're not gonna
everything's
notice anything.
pretty much status quo. It's just intellectual property changing.
It's all behind the scenes.
It's all behind the scenes. It's how the sausage is made.
Yes.
That's what it is.
Well, you can't run the race without this license.
So,
Moving over to our live dealer, and this is even a unique live dealer type of deal. We've got Playgon Games announcing the execution of a definitive agreement with Digital Nation Entertainment, co-develop and commercialize the next generation AI dealer platform from Playgon.
Interesting.
Yes.
Okay. So, look, lately, and I've said it, I've been getting into the live dealer thing. I really enjoyed it. It's kind of like a game show that you're watching. So the whole idea behind this is now the dealers that I see, the live dealers that I see, will soon possibly be AI images.
I will read the phrasing exactly.
Okay.
The transformative new category of live casino entertainment featuring emotionally intelligent, multilingual, AI-powered dealers capable of interacting with players in real time.
Wow. Okay. When is all this expected to look? I mean, casinos are looking for cutting costs, and I guess if AI dealers, you don't have to pay the AI dealers and things like that. But it's interesting.
These will be replacing human dealers.
Yeah.
And according to the information given with the press release, these dealers are not going to be reading a script. They're not going to be pre-rendered. These are all going to be real-time reaction, responsive hosts to the players that they're playing with. And they're going to be able to do natural conversation, emotional adaptation.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what that means.
Wow.
I really don't know what that means, because that could be anything.
I can tell you maybe what that means. I was playing blackjack.
Well, if somebody screams or loses.
Well, no, I was playing blackjack, and I guess they tell dealers to do this, and the dealer beat me at a hand. And, well, they beat everyone at a hand. And he said, "Oh, I'm sorry. Oh boy,
I'm hoping it's just that simple.
It's bad luck." Kind of like that. Maybe that was the most emotion I've seen something like that. But yeah, no, you play these live dealer games and you get to know the dealers. Yep. I mean, they become
play often enough.
Become the hosts of your favorite game show almost. So it's one of those things that. Yeah, I mean, AI's taking over everything, but it's sad to see. Plus, you can actually tip your dealers, and you should tip your live dealers because
that alleviates the need for tipping.
Yeah,
it
well,
also
it alleviates the need for salaries too.
Yep.
I mean, AI, I'm sure you don't have to pay these.
Well, these are going to run. These are going to run 24 hours a day. That's the goal. So, it's a step toward the automation of live casino.
Isn't this how Skynet started? With the live dealers?
Pretty much.
And then they take over our missiles and stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. That's a little unnerving.
But this is down the road. They just entered into the agreement.
All right. Okay. Well, hey, I guess you can't stop progress, but,
Last entry of the week, we've got Scientific Games announcing a 7-year contract with the Minnesota Lottery. Contract has a renewal term for up to 3 additional years, so this could be a 10-year contract between the two. Basically, they're upgrading their retail lottery system. They're adding in a second chance digital promotion solution, all running with some AI influence on the
More AI.
Yes,
There
more
you go.
AI.
More AI.
Yes, they call it the SciQ digital menu. So scientific games, SciQ.
Okay.
Kind
okay.
of clever.
All right.
Yep. That's it for the deals. We're going to start talking industry updates right after the break.
Smoked cocktails have never been easier to make thanks to our Halo Drink Smoker. Simply place a cocktail smoker on your glass, light the wood chips until they start to smoke, and then top it off with the lid to infuse your drink with a delicious, new, smoky flavor.
Welcome back to the Turnpike Sports Book Report. Doug Weishuttle here with Dave Weishuttle. We're going to start off our industry updates with a current situation going on in Ohio, and at press time, this has just been reported. The Ohio Casino Control Commission issued a notice of its intention to fine Kalshi $5 million for offering alleged illegal gambling services in the state.
Okay.
This comes after Kalshi's refusal to shut down its operations for sports event contracts in the state of Ohio. And also, it's 1 month after a federal judge denied Kalshi's request to ban the Ohio Casino Control Commission from exercising any control of their operations.
This is going to be a big mess. This is going to happen in other states too. I mean, there's just no rules and regulations or effective rules and regulations put in place to really, guide the states and guide the prediction markets to know what's legal and what's not, what can be permitted under the laws and what can't be. So, and who's policing this? We need to know who's policing it. I certainly, the Commodities Exchange Commission says they will look at this and make judgments on different problems that may arise, but still, it's occurring in
every state just about.
It's occurring in the states. I mean, and look, the states are allowed to protect their citizens from, consumer issues, and it's a big mess. It's going to have to really. And I don't know, the court systems are a little slow in this, so I think
some are moving pretty quick.
But legislation is the best way to do this, and
but
we'll have to see what happens.
But this is one of the biggest fines attached to one of the prediction markets,
Sure.
So this will be interesting to watch how Kalshi responds.
Mm-hmm.
Moving over to happier things.
Okay.
We've got Atlantic City's first $2 million Dragon Link progressive slot machines debuting at the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino Atlantic City.
Oh, okay. I was just there.
Yep.
So.
They just debuted the first pair of Dragon Link high-limit games there. They will be offering one of the largest jackpots found in any Atlantic City casino, and you're going to have a pair of themes. You've got the Dragon Link Golden Century and the Dragon Link Happy and Prosperous.
Okay.
They are linked and configured to these two machines for a minimum $50 bet, going up to a maximum bet of $3,125. So as you can see, they are high-limit machines.
They are, in every sense of the word, they're the high-limit machines.
But it's interesting. I think it's the first one we've seen
on this side. Are they in a special place? I didn't see them when I was down there. Are they in a special area? or
They're located somewhere on the casino floor.
Okay, all right.
Going out west now, we have another game debut. we've got Yamava Resort and Casino at San Manuel, becoming the first casino in the country to debut Monopoly's Big Board Bucks from Aristocrat Gaming.
Okay.
Monopoly Big Board Bucks is the first game title released by Aristocrat under the newly awarded multi-year licensing partnership with Hasbro.
Oh, okay.
The games include player-selectable game tokens to play. Mr. Monopoly makes an appearance everywhere.
There you go.
Free parking, which is part of the Monopoly board.
All right.
Houses, hotels, and you get the board itself as part of the game screen. Mm-hmm. Also, what's interesting with this is you will have on the machine itself, they're putting it into the never-before-seen signage package, the Skyline, attached to its Baron cabinet. Okay. Now, the Baron cabinet's a pretty big cabinet on the floor. They've attached the Skyline, which is kind of a screen. It's an LED-themed panel above the machine itself. It's going to have the lit Monopoly signature property game pieces all across the top. It's going to have the sign and everything.
So you're not going to miss it when you walk onto the gaming floor.
No.
This thing is going to be big.
No, this will be in your face. This will be right in your face.
You will see it when you get there.
As a matter of fact, depending on where you're entering probably the floor, you may see this even before you get onto the floor. You may see it from outside the floor of the casino. Going to Louisiana, we got Coushatta Casino Resort accepting reservations for its new Legacy Tower.
Okay.
This has been part of the transformation. They don't use renovations. This is a transformation.
Transformation, huh?
The bigger, better Coushatta.
Wow.
So this is part of
I'm
that.
I'm waiting for one of these hotels. Our metamorphosis has been complete.
That might be a little too complicated.
Has been complete.
But
our resurrection is now available.
They now have over 1,000 guest rooms with this opening. Okay. Going out to Michigan, we've got the Michigan Gaming Control Board approving the launch of Bet365. Technically, it's Hillside Michigan LLC. They're doing business as Bet365. iGaming online casino partners of the Little Traverse Bay Bands of Ottawa Indians.
Okay.
Going over to Nevada, we've got the Plaza Hotel and Casino announcing that they will be opening a high-limit gaming room later this summer. Grand opening with ribbon cutting, as well as 24 hours a day operation once it opens, will be part of the new high-limit gaming room. Several electronic table games as well, including 60 slots.
That is so huge for casinos, having a high-limit gaming room. I mean, that just makes them tons and tons of money. Unfortunately, a lot of poker rooms are suffering because they're closing down poker rooms because it's, it costs more money to run them than just putting a machine on and just collecting your quarters. And no one collects quarters anymore, but just collecting your money off the high limit games.
Well, remember the pop-up casino on the Tropicana site was taking coins.
That's right. They did.
Every so often you'll see it.
Well, that's like a gimmicky thing now. Hey, we're taking your quarters.
Yeah. Two quick travel stories here. We have Air France officially launching their new nonstop service between Harry Reid and de Gaulle Airport.
Oh, wow.
Yep, 3 times a week on a state-of-the-art Airbus, the Airbus A350-900. You're going to be leaving de Gaulle at 1:40 p.m. local time, arrives in Las Vegas 3:35 p.m., and then departs Las Vegas is Harry Reid 5:50 p.m. and lands in de Gaulle the next day at 1:05 p.m. because of the date line.
Yeah. No, I was trying to do the math with the different time zones. And
we don't have time to do the math
and stuff like that.
And last but not least, we have Vindanta World Voyages out of Mexico announcing the debut of Elegant, a ultra yacht.
Oh, okay.
Yes, designed to deliver a more immersive, unhurried way to experience the Mediterranean. 7-night Mediterranean itineraries are going to be featured. They have made the deliberate decision to cut back from 600 people on the cruise to 216. They have a 1-to-1 crew to passenger ratio. And Deck 5 features a casino with 3 gaming tables and 11 slot machines.
Wow, okay.
That's it for industry updates. We're going to finish up with our legislative roundup. Starting off in our legislative roundup with the state of Tennessee, House Bill 1885, which is a sweepstakes online casino ban, has advanced to the House Finance out of the House Finance Ways and Means Committee. This will also expand the state's attorney general's authority. Investigators can now compel sworn statements, examine business records, and take legal action to prevent the destruction of evidence. If this moves forward, even more so than it has, civil penalties have increased, as well as a removal of a 6-month statute of limitations to bring a case against an enforcement action against any violators of this bill.
Okay.
And last but not least, we have Kentucky. Now, we talked about the bill that had passed through the Senate and the House to change the age of gambling from 18 to 21 for sports betting. When it got to Andy Beshear's office, Governor Andy Beshear, he vetoed it.
Okay.
So the lawmakers overrode the veto.
Okay.
That's basically what's happening here. 90 days from the override vote, it will go into effect, and you must be 21 years or older to place a sports bet in the state. Now, Beshear's reasoning was the changes in the legislation would allow the Kentucky Gaming and Horse Racing Regulatory Agencies to file emergency and ordinary administrative regulations without his prior review and approval.
Okay.
So it was kind of a procedural veto.
It was more of a...
I don't think he's against the change in the age.
Well,
but
yeah,
I
who
think
knows? I don't know why we never talked to him, but, it's, hey, you know what? It's you have to look at the wording of the statute and the wording of the bill, so maybe he had an issue with that. Just, like you said, the procedural thing. So.
Well, horse racing, lottery, and fantasy all remained 18 years old.
Okay.
So, but only sports betting went up to 21.
Okay.
To be more in line with the rest of the country.
Sure.
That's it for this week's Turnpike Sports Book Report. If you've been watching on TV, there's a ticker flying by below us that has additional domestic international gaming stories, conference announcements, other entertainment stories. And as always, when this show is released Mondays, you will see a full print version on our blog, turnpikesports.us. Click on the blog button. You'll be taken to the full print version there. It has stories we talked about on air, stories in the ticker, and stories we didn't have a chance to talk about anywhere else this week. You'll find them on our blog in the full print version. And as always, press releases, conference announcements, deals, concerts. We're getting a lot of those again.
Concerts, really?
Yes.
Okay, good. Hey, it's getting towards summertime. That's time for concerts.
Also, hotel packages. Too.
Okay, great.
Info at turnpikesportsradio.com.
And that'll do for us this week. We'll see you next time on the Turnpike.